What up, guys? Okay, so if you guys are idiots, and if you guys A, didn't read the title of this video, or B, read the title of this channel, I'm an atheist. And it's kind of weird because I was born and raised in the South. I got the accent to prove it, and I also got all the other credentials that prove how I was born and raised in the South, specifically in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I'm still living here now. Okay, so I'm 20 and a half years old, and I was born, okay, well, you're not really born an atheist. Well, okay, technically everybody's born an atheist. And I was also raised as one. Like, my dad, he would sit me on his lap, and he would tell me about evolution. And of course, they didn't, like, not let me go to church. Like, and of course, all my friends were going to church. However, I never really understood what that meant. And I'm talking about when I was, like, younger, like, before I was, like, 10 years old. Whenever I would go to my friend's church, it always scared the living hell out of me. Like, here is an 8-year-old that has no context of what anybody's doing. Has no idea what any of the symbology represents. Okay, and they're hearing people sing about people washing themselves in somebody's blood. Saying that somebody's blood is holy. Like, I did not know what kind of thing I was in. I thought we were about to murder somebody. It was, like, really creepy. I still didn't understand. Like, and of course we had Christmas and stuff, but I never really knew what any of that meant until later on. Like, I didn't even learn about the whole Adam and Eve thing until I was, like, 15. So, basically, I was, like, an atheist, and I went to private school for my middle school. However, in my 8th grade year, I went to public school. And I realized how much everybody was a Christian, and how I was the weird one that was the atheist. So, then I tried to change. And I started going to church camp. I started going to, like, this church that was at least somewhat tolerable. And I think I became a Christian for a couple of years. I don't know. I got baptized. And then... But at the end of the day, whenever I was Christian, I felt like I was lying to myself. Like, whenever I would, like, pray every single night before I go to bed, I was just thinking, like, you know what, this isn't really praying. This is me just thinking of happy thoughts and asking something that things would get better somehow. Like, I'm like, this isn't really doing anything. I don't think that there's any man in the sky. And I just realized if I was just lying to myself, I was like, you know what, I'll just trudge on. Maybe that's what everybody feels like when they're a Christian, because I've only been a Christian for, like, I was only, like, a Christian for, like, I want to say, like, 3 years, maybe? More like 2.5. And it was just weird. And I also didn't like how all my values that I hold and what I was taught for, and especially about, like, human liberties, human rights, and how that and the Bible didn't really match up. It just didn't. And, man, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. And then YouTube really helped me out with it. And however, the whole entire atheist YouTube community is all like, don't hide the fact that you're an atheist. Talk about it. Inform. Educate. So that's why I'm starting this channel. Princess of Atheism. I'm not saying that I'm, like, the leader of atheism. Trust me, you guys want, like, a leader? Amazing atheist. You guys probably already know. But I'm just calling myself Princess of Atheism because, one, I want to be a princess when I grow up. I know that sounds really mean and really snobby, but I just want to be a princess. Like, if I could choose anything in the world, I would be a princess. Like, I love the show Sophia the First. I love all of the Disney princesses. I love Kate Middleton. I loved Princess Diana. Oh yeah, and I'm also obsessed with Marie Antoinette as well. I just want to be a princess. And also, whenever I was, like, a little kid, you know how shows like High School Musical or, like, Zack and Cody, how they always have this snobby bratty girl? I never wanted to be the down-to-earth girl. I always wanted to be that snobby girl. I wanted to be London Tempted. I wanted to be Sharpay. Okay? Like, I don't want to be that down-to-earth. So now I'm just going to be a princess of atheist. And whenever I say that, I'm not saying calling myself a leader. I'm just saying that, that we all hold the thrones to education and information. Okay, that's all I'm going to be doing here. And so now I'm just going to be sitting here, being really cute, and just talking about atheism. And I'm going to use my thoughts and my iPhone to be showing everybody. So there's the start of that. And so yeah. So let me know what you guys really want to hear about atheism, or anything like that. And also, like, I'm just starting out. This is like my first video. So yeah. So that's just like a little info on me as far as anything goes. So technically, I guess I'm an atheist with a southern belt. But I like Princess of Atheists better because I want to be a princess. But don't worry, I'm not like that to hide myself. Trust me, I would never, ever, ever be a princess. That's not how America works. Not a magical Disney movie or anything like that. I'm not Sophia the First. I wish I was, though. But I'm not. Or Amber. So, yeah. Bye, guys.